Alright, so right now we're going to talk about arithmetic sequence. So recall that an arithmetic sequence has a common difference. And so to represent an arithmetic sequence, we're going to talk about both the general and the recursive formula. So first of all, we're going to talk about the general formula. So to define an arithmetic sequence, we need to have the A, initial value, and D, the difference, and N, the term number, and also Tn, which is the nth term, which is also what we want to find. So over here, let's say if we have these many numbers, 5 numbers, with 4 spacings in between, and so each spacing represents the common difference, so which would be D. And if we want to try to find the last number right here, which is Tn, and we also know the number at the beginning, which is initial value A. So we can easily have A plus 4D. And then this would get us to Tn. So from this quick example over here, we can generalize that Tn equals A, which is the initial value, plus n minus 1 times D. Since there are n minus 1 spacings between the first and the nth term of the sequence, and then since each difference has a difference of D, we will multiply D to get that. And then we can simplify this expression with A plus ND minus D, and then this will also get us n minus D plus ND, which will equal to Tn. So over here is our general formula for arithmetic sequence. And as I was talking about in the last video, a general formula uses the initial value and the common difference. So we can see that we use both A and D over here. And then now we're going to talk about the recursive formula, which is easier than the general formula. However, it has its own disadvantages as it is not always helpful. So recall that a recursive formula uses 2 consecutive terms. What I mean by this is, in the general formula we have the Tn, and in the recursive formula we're going to have Tn and also Tn minus 1 or Tn plus 1. So let's use a similar example as above. So we have 5 numbers here, and if the middle number here is Tn, so and each gap represents a difference of D. So how can each number be represented? Well, over here, this number, we will have Tn minus 1, and this one will be Tn minus 2. Over here it's Tn plus 1 and Tn plus 2. So over here we can write that Tn minus 1 equals Tn minus D. And we also have Tn minus 2 equals Tn minus 1 minus D. And similarly, we have Tn plus 1 equals Tn plus D, and Tn plus 2 equals Tn plus 1 plus D. So from over here, we can generalize that if we have a common difference of D, then we can have Tn equals Tn minus 1 plus D. Since the last term and the current term has only a difference of D. So over here, we have the recursive formula for our arithmetic sequence. In the next video, we're going to talk more about arithmetic sequence and some examples of how to solve it.